Hello everyone, Tom here and welcome to episode 8 of the Rangers Revival, the first episode of season 2 with Rangers. As you will know if you watched the last season, we got promoted from the Scottish Championship and we are now playing with the Scottish big boys in the Premiership. It's going to be a long, hard season. The board have told me they want a minimum of Europa League qualification, which means we have to guarantee ourselves a top 3 finish in the league. And that's not going to be easy, especially as they want to get to semi-finals of both cups. Now today, we start off with an away trip to Aberdeen in a very tricky game, I'd say. But there's a lot to cover before then. We've got transfers in, which I'm going to go through. We've got our pre-season to go through, and a small change to the tactics. So let's just take a quick look. We'll start with the most exciting thing, the transfers. Now as you can see, a lot of players left on free transfers. I guess people like Templeton, Halkett left as well, somewhere. I don't know where he's gone, but yeah, they're the kind of biggest names. They're ones where I didn't really think they're going to do anything for us, so I offloaded them. Simple as. There's Halkett. He's now a free agent. Quinn is self-interested in, but they weren't going to make it in the Rangers side I want to build. So goodbye to all of those. Quite a few players out, and quite a lot of wage bill free thanks to that. Now, in terms of the ins, we'll start with the cheapest. We'll start with the loan signings, then we'll go to the free transfer, then we'll go to the only one we've paid money for. First up is Aaron Cool from Reading, English centre mid, only 20 years old. He's on loan for the year. Because of our low transfer budget, I've had to go for a few loan signings this year for the first team, but I've gone with ones that I think it's feasible. We may be able to get them back in the future. I'm not 100% confident, but if we can keep him, I would love to do so. Aaron Cool, a player with a lot of potential. He's going to be playing in that central midfield area, as you would expect. Perfect for this level. I mean, couldn't have asked for more from him, really. I mean, he played at this level last year with Dundee United, played a 7.08. I think with a team like us, he could play a little bit better. So I'm really happy with him. He'll be wearing the number 7 shirt this year. Next up is Elderson Echid. Oh God, how do I pronounce it? Echijal. Echijal. I'll call him Elderson. I think I'm just going to nickname him Elderson actually, just so we can forget about the second bit. Elderson, he's a left back. He's going to be playing above of Lee Wallace. I wasn't really impressed with his conduct last year with Lee Wallace, so he has been. What is that music? Truth. Anyway, he has been relegated to our backup left back this year, I'm afraid. So Elderson, who has joined us on loan for the season from Monaco, has come in. He's got very good stats for what we want him to do. You know, he's bang average, but he is perfect for the Scottish Premiership, and you know, can't really ask for much more from him. He'll be wearing the number 11 shirt. Next up is Tyler Blackett from Manchester United. He is obviously a centre back, third choice behind Danny Wilson and Rob Kiernan, but he is on par with both of them, so we won't be losing a whole lot of quality if one of them gets injured, because Tyler Blackett will be there and ready to step in. Again, he's only on loan for the 1 year. Last year, controversially actually, I did not know this, he spent it on loan at Celtic. I think he's there in real life actually, thinking about that, but I didn't check that before, so hopefully the fans don't mind us signing an ex-Celtic player. Next up, Ryan Taylor, who a lot of you would have known I've been interested in for a while. He's going to be playing in the right midfield area for us this year, because he has a decent stats to play there, and he's going to link up pretty well with James Tavernier on that right hand side. So we've got two very defensive minded players on our right hand side, so we should be really solid defensively there. He was joined on the free transfer though from Hull. Didn't play an awful lot of football for them last year, didn't play an awful lot of football particularly well for them last year, but he's a free transfer and I'm confident he'll do a job for a couple of years. And finally, possibly the most exciting signing, because he's the only one we've paid money for, is Stephen Mallon, wearing the number 6 shirt. We signed the 20-year-old Scottish midfielder from St Mirren on a 3-year deal. Not at his potential, nowhere near that. He's going to come in straight to the first team as well, and hopefully over the course of this season he is going to build up and play really well for us. He played well last year in the Championship, and hopefully he can make the step up to the Premiership. He's played here before, he's experienced at this level, and I'm confident he will be able to do a job for us where it matters. Now, in terms of not necessarily a signing, but a player who we all know and love from this series so far, Jason Cummings. He's currently injured. He's got a twisted ankle. He's out for today's game. He is... bear with me. Apologies for that. I could hear really loud music outside my window, and I just wanted to make sure they didn't come up on the microphone. But we're good. But yes, Jason Cummings, he signed a new deal. As you can see, he is now with us to 2021. We got him on a 5-year deal on 2.7 grand a week. So we're mugging him off a little bit. But he's confirmed his long-term future at the club is secure. Those 18 league goals in that 14 league games for us last year. Well, what can you say about that? And hopefully he can make the step up to this level. Unfortunately, he's injured, which means he's, for whatever reason, the fans' favourite. I don't know why he's a fan's favourite. Ryan Hardy, who starts as our second choice striker, because I really want to grow him and see if he can reach the potential that so many of you have told me he has. So yes, that is Hardy, and that's the situation with our strikers. So the squad itself is looking like this. Felderingham and Corey as our two keepers. Not much changes there. We've got a decent choice of defensive options now, and a decent choice of attacking options now, and obviously we've got some very good strikers as well who can play all sorts of positions. Now, in terms of the tactics we're going to roll out with today, it's similar to last year. The only change we have made is Holt, well, not Holt in particular, he's only there because Zelalem's on international duty. We've got a shadow striker rather than the deep playing forward, and it seemed to work really well in our pre-season games. Now, as you can see, we played quite a few games and only lost 2, and there's some tough teams in there, to be fair. One of the teams we lost to was Leon in the Top FM trophy, and we gave him a good game. We only lost 3-2, and then we actually beat Monaco 1-0, which is, you've got to admit, that's impressive. I mean, they had Falcao, El Shaarawy, Toulalan, Subasic on there. So they had a decent team, and we took them. We took them 1-0, and we won all of our games. Well, barring that one and Derby. So we're looking good for this season, and I'm confident we can meet the board prediction of qualifying for the Europa League if we can get that top 3 spot. Now, our challengers today, Aberdeen, they're actually predicted to finish 5th in the league. So they're going to be one of the teams competing with us for that position of the top 3. So really, we can really make a statement of intent by beating them away from home today. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this game. Hopefully we can get a good result. In terms of competitive matches played, we've only played the one, which is against East Stirlingshire in the Scottish League Cup rather, first round. Now, as you can see, statistically wise, we absolutely bossed it, with goals from Craig Sibbald, Danny Wilson, Ryan Hardy, he's finally scored for me, and Barry Mackay getting us the victory there. So I'm confident going into this game. So without further ado, we might as well just get right on into it. That is the team we're going with. There's not a lot I can change anywhere, to be honest. I'd love to have Zelalem available to play in that shadow striker role, but unfortunately he's not available. So we're just going to submit the team, and fingers crossed we can get off to a better start to this season than we did with our last season, where we lost our first game to St Mirren. So yes, let's just ignore that. Oh, so they're playing quite a narrow formation. We'll have to keep an eye on that, see how that goes. I'm not too concerned about them bossing the midfield because we have got Taylor to sit narrower, so we're going to more or less have a midfield 3 there with Tavernier doing most of the work on this right wing. And we may have a bit of joy down this wing as well with Sibbald, because he is a dangerous player, to be honest. But that is our team. We've got Foderingham, Elderson, Wilson, Kiernan, Tavernier, Taylor, Mallon, Cool, Sibbald, Holt and Hardy. And I think we could get a result against that formation. It's an interesting one. Yeah, let's just see how we do. Actually, you can go clip now. We will go with that. We'll see how it goes. If we need to check throws on stats and stuff, we will do. And let's try and get a really good team talk going. It's not a brilliant one. If we can get a few more greens. Ugh, not great. Yeah, let's just get into it. Okay, so here we are, kicking from right to left, away from home at Aberdeen. Hopefully we can get our season off to the perfect start with a comprehensive victory. And already there's a space down that right wing. Didn't come to anything that chance though, but it's interesting to see the amount of space there if you look. I know it's a frozen highlight, but their left back is tucked in very narrow, and Taylor and Tavernier have a lot of space. But having said that, we haven't created a chance yet. There hasn't been any highlights so far in this game. Which is a little bit disappointing. It's kind of typical that with the pre-season we had so many highlights, so many chances. As soon as I hit record, nothing. But here we go. It's Aberdeen on the ball, unfortunately. Jack into McLean. Through to McGinn. What a save by Foderingham. That's perfect goalkeeping. And I think that's going to be the end of the highlight. It is. So Aberdeen seem to be the team on top at the moment. Which isn't ideal. We're going to have a look at half-time as to how they're controlling this game, because statistically it's quite even, but we haven't created anything clear-cut, and that's the concerning thing. Now, I'll tell them I'm not happy, especially in Hardy. Sorry. We'll look at see who their dangerous area, where their dangerous areas are, and where our dangerous areas are. So they've had 13 key passes. I guess the important thing here is to look to who's doing them, but it looks to be quite a wide range of players. Like this area here seems to be quite dangerous, and ourselves, we've had 10. A lot of it coming down this right hand side. So I'm going to more focus on doing more for us rather than nullifying the Aberdeen threat. So we're going to play wider, and we're going to exploit the right flank because we're getting a lot of joy down there. We're going to go a little bit more direct. I just want to see who is pulling the strings in that Aberdeen midfield. So if we go to passes completed, 2 here, Ryan Jack and Kenny McLean. We're going to apply some opposition instructions on them. Typical that it's both of their centre mids, really. And we'll see how that works. Hopefully those changes will be enough to make something for us. Otherwise, we're just going to have to rely on substitutes and another tactical tweak to try and get something from this game. Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll give it to the hour. If nothing's changed, we'll make some changes. Okay, so it's a chance for Aberdeen. Can we get the ball back and counter maybe? It's not looking good for us this match, unfortunately. Kiernan's cleared it though. Taylor can't reach it, for crying out loud. Come on boys, get the ball back. Parker, Jack. Oh, fuck off. Well done, Wilson. Come on, Tavernier, you've got to win that. He hasn't. Well done, cool. Bit more composure there. We could have countered them, mate. Jack out wide to Logan. They're stretching the play really well here. McGinn. It's a goal for Aberdeen. Fuck. That's not good. That really is not good. Not in the slightest. Not in the slightest. We've beaten tougher teams in this in pre-season as well, which is the frustrating thing about it. And we haven't been able to do it when it counts the most. Okay, so let's make them 2 changes for now. We'll go attacking. I think statistically wise it's so even, but they've just made the clear-cut chance that we haven't been able to. Frustration is not, it's kind of an understatement. I'd be frustrated right now. I'm going to try and just get in their face a little bit, I guess. Mix the crosses up. Okay, let's try something along those lines. Otherwise we might have to make a drastic change, which I don't really want to do. But a draw now would be a good result, unfortunately. Can we get something? I'd love to see an attack from us. That would be an ideal situation here. Okay, Tavernier on the ball now. Mallon. Come on, Stephen. Tavernier, whip the ball in. That's Waghorn. Oh, how have you missed? Oh, Martin Waghorn. That's terrible. That's absolutely terrible. What do I do? What do I do? Okay, so let's go to the advanced tactics. Just thinking of how I can change this game for the better for us. And it's still playing. God, I thought I paused it. What's Sybil doing? 6.9. Okay, I'll swap him with Mackay. Get Mackay a little bit further forwards. Need to support. I'm going to bring on my boy Danny Mullin. Play him as a poacher. No, a target man. Because we're going a little bit more direct now, aren't we? Well, we have been for the whole half. And we'll see if we can get anything from this game. Actually, I'm going to take off exploit the right flank now. Can we get a last gasp chance for this match? Just to save something. Here we go. See if it's going to happen. It's got to be now, I reckon. Tavernier just launches it towards Mullin. Fair enough. Wilson plays out to Mackay, playing in that winger role. Okay, what a ball! Oh, he's caught it. Balls. I don't like where this is going. Sailing all the way up to McGinn. Wilson wins the header, but they've got it back. Well done. Mackay now into Elderson. That up to Mullin. He's flicked it on, but for some reason Waghorn's just disappeared and not stay close to him. So him knocking it on has done nothing for us. And they've got them behind. It's a good save and it's out for a corner. Damn it. We've had a clear-cut chance. It's that Waghorn one that's really annoyed me that he hasn't put that away. Really annoyed me because that would have equalled the game. It is a guilt. If you have to say, Jason Cummings would have scored it. Even Hardy probably would have scored that one. Again now. Alright. I don't know. There's nothing more I can do. I've just got to watch this one play out, and it looks like it's going to be a 1-0 defeat. Not the best start to our return to the top flight of Scottish football, unfortunately, and that is a 1-0 defeat at Aberdeen for Rangers. That's terrible. That was not good enough. Which leaves us 10th in the league after one game, and really gives us an indication of what we're going to be facing in this division. There's confirmation of the result, and I'm really not happy, but what can you do? But onwards and upwards. In terms of where we'll return, I'm not sure. I want to get a decent portion of the season underway. I may do 6 or 7 league games between now and the next episode, but we will see. For now, though, I hope you enjoyed. It's good to be back with this series, and hopefully we can get a few wins under our belt and really push ourselves up the league table, because it has not been good enough so far. I'd also like to thank Daniel Lee. Just commented in one of my videos saying you've earned yourself a sub. Welcome to the family, Daniel. So yes, hope you're enjoying. If you did, hit that like button. If you're new, like Daniel, subscribe, and I will catch you all next time. Ta-ra for now. Bye bye.